Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling a big one, something that probably affects almost everyone listening. Managing screen time, in the family.
Yeah, it's everywhere, isn't it? Screens are, well, they're useful, obviously, even essential sometimes.
Totally, but there's that tipping point, right? Where it starts to maybe impact our health, our connections, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And we've got some really solid material to look at today. We're drawing from Dr. Surta Ram Vishnoy's work, specifically Managing Family Screen Time, from the Your Health Deserves a Lifeline series.
Okay.
And also episode 43 of Lifelines by Supreme Medic, which Dr. Bishnoy also hosted, called Managing Screen Time for the Whole Family.
Right, so two related sources.
Yeah. And our mission really is to pull out the practical strategies from these, stuff you can actually use to, create a healthier balance with tech for you and your family.
Okay, let's dig in. So why is this such a big deal? I mean, screens are just part of life now. What are the real negatives we should be mindful of?
Well, it's true. They're integrated. But Dr. Vishnoy's work, and the Lifelines episode too, they really point out some significant downsides to too much screen time.
Like what?
Physically, for starters, think about eye strain, headaches, that feeling after staring at a screen too long.
Oh, yeah. Definitely felt that.
And then there's a whole sitting thing. Being sedentary for long stretches isn't great for posture or, even metabolism over time. Increases risk of obesity, too.
Right. It adds up. And sleep. I know sleep comes up a lot with screens. Scrolling in bed, not good.
Definitely not ideal. The science is pretty interesting here. It's about the blue light that screens give off.
Mm-hmm.
That light is kind of like daylight to our brains. So when you're looking at it late at night, it basically tells your brain, hey, stay awake. It messes with melatonin production.
Melatonin, that's the sleep hormone, right?
Exactly. The one that signals it's time to wind down. So the screen is essentially counteracting that signal, saying it's still daytime.
Wow. Okay, that makes sense. So it's our physical health, our sleep. But what about, mentally?
Yeah.
Emotionally? Do the sources get into that?
They do. There's definitely discussion around the links between, say, heavy social media use or really immersive gaming and things like lower self-esteem or increased anxiety, even feelings of isolation, which sounds weird, right? Because you're connecting online.
Yeah, it does seem paradoxical. But I think I've seen it, a family sitting together, but everyone's just staring at their own device.
Exactly. That's the impact on family dynamics right there. Those moments could be for, actually talking, connecting, sharing something.
Instead, you get these kind of invisible walls up.
Right. So being mindful, like Dr. Vishnoy emphasizes, isn't just about avoiding the bad stuff. It's actively protecting your health, getting better sleep, and importantly, keeping those family bonds strong.
Okay, so the why is pretty clear. Let's get practical. What can we actually do? Tip number 1 from the sources seem to be setting clear screen time limits, especially for kids.
Yes, that's fundamental. And it's not about banning screens, it's about balance. Making sure there's room for everything else kids need, playing outside, homework, family time, just resting.
So are there specific numbers, like guidelines on how much is okay?
Yeah, the sources give some general ideas. For the really little ones, under 5, the recommendation is generally no more than, say, an hour a day.
Okay, 1 hour for under 5s.
And then for kids aged 6 and up, the target is often around 2 hours of recreational screen time. That's the key word.
Recreational, so not counting screen time for school.
Exactly. Schoolwork or educational apps, that's usually considered different.
Got it. And part of this tip was also about screen-free zones, like places in the house where screens just aren't allowed.
Yes, that's a big one. Think about the dining table, making that a space for conversation, for sharing a meal, without phones buzzing.
Makes sense. What other zones?
Bedrooms are really crucial, too. Keeping screens out in the bedroom helps massively with that wind-down period we talked about for sleep, creates those natural boundaries.
Okay. Dining table, bedrooms. Seems logical.
Uh-huh.
But enforcing these limits, I imagine that can be tough sometimes.
Oh, for sure. Consistency is everything, though. When kids know the rules and know they stick, it actually kind of reduces the arguments over time.
Because they know what to expect.
Precisely. It's predictable. And again, the main goal here isn't just restriction, it's creating that balance, making sure there's plenty of time for all the other good stuff.
Right. Balance. Okay, so limits are step 1. Tip number 2, flips it, encouraging something positive. Physical activity.
Yes. A great counter to all that sitting. Getting moving is just, Good for everything, isn't it? Physical health, mood, energy.
And the sources had some pretty down-to-earth ideas for this, right? Not just go run a marathon.
No, definitely not. Simple things like encouraging kids to just play outside, ride bikes, kick a ball, go for walks in the park.
Stuff we used to do.
Exactly. And family activities are brilliant. Going for a hike together, playing a sport, even just, a silly dance-off in the living room.
I like the dance-off idea.
Me too. And another practical thing, when screen time is happening, maybe set a timer every 30 minutes or maybe an hour. Just get up, stretch, walk around for a few minutes.
Oh, like little movement breaks built in.
Yeah, it just breaks up that sedentary time. And like you said, the benefits aren't just physical. Exercise boosts mood, right? Reduces stress. It's all connected.
Absolutely. Okay, tip 3 circles back to sleep again. Tech-free time before bed.
Yep, directly tackling that blue light issue we mentioned earlier. Creating a buffer zone, screen-free, before trying to sleep can make a real difference.
How long should that buffer be, roughly?
The general advice is usually around 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime.
Okay, half an hour to an hour. And what do you do in that time instead?
Well, relaxing things that signal wind down time. Reading a real book, maybe journaling, listening to some calm music, quiet conversation. Just avoiding that stimulating screen light.
Yeah, sounds much more relaxing than doom scrolling right before you close your eyes.
Totally. Okay, so tip number 4 offers a kind of neat twist. Making screen time a family activity sometimes.
Oh, interesting. So instead of it always being isolating.
Exactly. Looking for ways to use screens together for bonding.
How does that work in practice? Because it's easy to just all be on separate devices in the same room.
True. So the sources suggest things like having a regular family movie night, pick the movie together, make popcorn, make it an event.
Okay, that's one way.
Or interactive video games,
Yeah.
the ones that get you moving.
Yeah.
Dance games, fitness challenges, turns it into active fun.
Right, gets you off the couch.
Yeah. And even watching educational stuff together. Documentaries, maybe learning apps that you can discuss afterwards. It sparks conversation.
I like that. It shifts it from just passive watching to something more shared and engaging.
Right.
Okay, tip 5 is a big one, I think. Lead by example.
Oh, huge. Probably one of the most important.
Yeah.
Kids watch everything we do, our own screen habits. They notice.
So if I'm telling my kid to get off their tablet while I'm glued to my phone.
Exactly. It doesn't quite land, does it? So it means being conscious of our own use, maybe setting personal limits.
For ourselves.
Yeah. And actively choosing non-tech things sometimes. Reading a book, doing a hobby, just talking face to face. And maybe the biggest one is creating designated unplugged times for the whole family.
Like no devices at dinner, for example.
Yes. Or maybe during a family outing, or even for a chunk of the weekend. When kids see us prioritize being offline, it sends a really powerful message about balance.
Actions speak louder than words, definitely. Okay, last tip, number 6. This one sounds a bit more intense. Encouraging digital detox days.
Yeah, this is more like a reset button. If things feel like they've gotten really out of hand or screen time is causing a lot of friction, a detox day can help.
A whole day with no screens. How would you even start that? Seems challenging.
It takes planning, for sure. You'd pick a day, maybe a Saturday or a day during a holiday, and the key is to have other things planned, fun, offline things.
You're not just sitting around missing the screens.
Right, go for a big walk in nature, cook something together, pull out the board games, do some crafts, anything that encourages connection without devices.
It's about intentionally creating that space to reconnect then. Disconnect from digital, reconnect in real life.
Exactly. It's a chance to sort of recharge mentally and physically away from the constant pull of notifications and screens, a proper reset.
This has been really insightful. It all seems to come back to that word, balance. Technology isn't inherently bad, but we need to be, intentional about how we use it in our families.
That really is the heart of it. Dr. Vishnoy's work makes that clear. Managing screen time isn't just about saying no. It's about saying yes to better sleep, yes to being more active, and yes to stronger family connections.
Taking control, basically, not letting the tech run the show.
Precisely, guiding it, using it mindfully.
So, a final thought for everyone listening. Maybe think about this. What's one small, intentional step you could try today to nudge your family screen time towards a healthier balance?
Yeah, just one small thing. And what might happen? What unexpected good stuff, like better connection or just more peace, might come from that?
Definitely something to chew on. Thanks so much for walking us through this.
My pleasure. It's an important conversation to keep having.
It really is. Thanks again for joining us for this deep dive.